What is going on? I'm Zedmont. We are back from that little mini break. Not sure if you guys get a break where you live, but here in Canada we got Friday off, which was fairly fantastic. Quickly into the tribes. Zuka health, you need to boost that to 20% if you want your max level Zuka to be able to hit a max level mine. Thought I would pass that along because that's fairly important. We will not be doing Hammerman today. We're going to jump right into warships. As you can see, I have still not designed a 5-engine room base. It's on my list of things to do. Looks like I ranked up when I finished my last battle last night, so we're going to pick that chest up. As you can see, I'm at rank 19, have been doing fairly well, have not built a base yet. That's on my list of things to do, but that's not going to happen yet. I'm going to do a quick recap of what my tech tree is at, because I've made some changes. I found a spot where if I stood on one foot and put my left arm over my head and faced north, I could get internet. Had a bunch of attacks disconnect, but nonetheless managed to do some quick upgrades over the weekend. So, quick tech tree update. Now, Everspark, the reason why I've got her to level 4 there is just because she spawned a lot more critters by getting her to there. Don't necessarily think that's required, but I think that's been fairly useful so far. Something I think have not been useful is Zukas. I don't think there's any need for Zukas. I think that node was a complete waste of keys for me. On my other two accounts, I've been using strictly rocket choppas, and I have been doing just as well, if not better, just because of mortars and rocket launchers. So I think if you haven't unlocked the Zuka node yet, I would not do that. Also, the barrage node, I have another account with maxed barrage, and I don't find it to be terribly useful. Sure, you can use rocket choppas and brick, and if you went that road, maybe if you went to barrage and to brick, and you have instant training. My other account does not have instant training, and I've been doing heavy choppa rushes with brick and barraging one of the shock launchers, and you just lose too many troops. So if you have instant training, by all means, but barrage not required, brick not required. This is for my way of playing. There's many ways to play warships, obviously. I figured I'd just let you know. Obviously, rifleman, useless. Smoke, I have not found a use for smoke yet. Maybe if you were doing that rocket choppa or heavy choppa rush, then you could use smoke, but smoke hasn't been useful for me. Another thing to note, I don't have either GBE nodes. I'm going to have to go back for those at some point, but for right now, no GBE has been totally fine for me. So, little bit interesting. I assumed I would need some GBE, but so far it hasn't been required. And then we get into the good stuff. Also, no artillery, troop damage, all of the troop building health bonuses, 100%, all yes. Now, Kevon, I know I'm going to have to upgrade him at some point. Second wind is going to be a thing, but so far I haven't been required. I've been winning with Everspark. I will have to switch to Kevon at some point. Now, here's where the fun stuff gets in. I have both troop health and full shocks. Probably don't need both of those, but I figured, you know what, let's do it. Bombardiers are a game changer. Make sure you get Bombardiers as soon as you possibly can. I went down through the troop health because I think it's 2 keys less, or I went up through shock bomb. One of them is 32, one of them is 30, and then I got into Bombardiers and went back for the other items. So Bombardiers, complete and utter game changer, especially if you don't have instant training, because you can't lose with them, or you can't lose troops with them anyways. It's awesome. Anyways, that's where I'm at. Now, the next thing we're going to be doing is going back and getting these rocket launchers. We're going to do that right now, simply because now that Bombardiers are coming more normal, we definitely need some rocket launchers. I've got 4.7 million to upgrade tokens. I assume we can get those to max. Yeah, okay. So that's the thing. You want to save. Looks like you're going to need about, 3.6 million tokens to get your rocket launchers to launch. At the very least, you want to get them to level 4. Level 3 rocket launchers are just a complete waste of time. So that's one of those things where I like to save and just put them out max, because otherwise they're not doing anything. That's personal preference. Let me know in the comments if you like to just upgrade them bit by bit with your extras. I obviously had lots and lots of extras. At this point, I'm really tempted to go for one of those gunboat energies, but I think I'll save that for when and if I start losing. It's guaranteed I'm going to start losing. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to keep playing until I start losing, and then I will get a new base, and if I keep losing, then I'll get extra gunboat energy. I think I can manage without it. So what we're going to do here, I'm going to quickly farm these chests. Hopefully, quickly, we'll see how it goes, and then we'll call it a day. Not going to build a base on this. Maybe let me know in the comments if you want me to go through actually building a base. It is a long, arduous process, and I don't really enjoy doing it on video because there's just a lot of blank spots, but I'm open to your ideas. So actually, you know what? First of all, I made this mistake, and one of you pointed it out in my last video. I placed buildings, or I bought buildings and then didn't place them. So in here, I've got 4 rocket launchers that I almost didn't place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place these out, this one out wide in the hopes that I can maybe snipe off a bombardier or so. I'm going to throw this one also out wide. Definitely want them to get where the bombardiers are going to come out from behind the heavy chopper and maybe somehow get an angle on them. Is it going to happen? Probably not, but I'm also going to go like, you know what? Let's go like this. I'm going to put this over here. We're going to try to put it right in here, hoping that someone drops bombardiers at the shore and we can somehow shoot over the rocket chopper's head. Or the heavy chopper's head. That's my only thought process there, because realistically, we're not going to be able to do anything with this base. Need to get a bit smart. We've got one more. Wow, holy. So we're going to go somewhere in here. Now, realistically, I assume none of these are going to be any good. Maybe this one might be able to get a nice angle on some bombardiers. Maybe this one as well. And one other thing of note, I have been keeping keeping my 4 engine room base and not placing that 5th engine room, which actually restricts the amount of GBE they get. So that's worth considering as well. Obviously, if you don't clear their base, you end up losing because you're going to get wrecked. But that's one strategy I've seen a couple times where you're actually keeping an engine room back, which limits their GBE, which, I mean, this engine room right here, it might be worth putting that out, not putting it out. I should say you obviously can't put it back into your building storage, but not placing that 5th engine room has been somewhat useful. Also curious to hear your thoughts on that. It's probably dumb, but it seems to be working, or maybe I'm just matched against terrible, terrible opponents. So what we're going to do here is we're going to need 1 heavy chopper on the left. We're going to need 1 on the right, and then we're going to need. I'm going to go like this. We're going to get a little bit more protection for our bombardiers. We're going to drop 1 over here. We're going to drop 1 bombardier over there. And I have found that this sort of layout is incredibly, incredibly useful. And the reason for that is that you can clear all the engine rooms at once if you're mostly careful. Obviously, you have to get a little bit lucky here, but so far I have found that using shocks and just watching all sides, I've managed to get pretty darn good at clearing all the things. But again, this middle one is going to be a problem because there's rocket launchers on both sides. There's all sorts of defenses, and my bombardiers already have some damage done to them. Now, obviously, if we had Mr. Kevon here, we wouldn't need to worry so much about their health, but we have to watch their health because I don't have Kevon. Level 1 Kevon, I don't think is as useful as the level of Miss Everspark that we've got rocking here. Now we just need to get down this middle engine room as fast as we possibly can, and then get back into that back engine room very, very soon. So really do need to be flaring this, by the way. That was a complete mistake on my part. Need to flare the engine rooms as soon as possible. Now that back engine room is going to be a race to the finish. Gonna drop some critters onto this rocket launcher in the hopes that we can distract just long enough to get our bombardiers back into that back kill zone. Probably not going to happen. And this is where I found that having those upgraded flares do make a difference. Having level 4 flares is critical. I don't think level 5 flares ever become an issue. If you guys have found somewhere that level 5 flares make you win, would love to see it. But so far, I think level 4 flares are the perfect balance. So that guy, 2 minutes, 14 seconds, not super fast, but I think that should be enough for a win. Let's just see. This clump base, see, it's working, and it's working fairly darn well. I know it's not perfect. I should probably change to being back in this area or something like that, but my thing is I'm still winning, and making a base takes too much time for my liking. So once I start losing, I will make a base, but until that point, we're still cruising right along. I was his boss fight. His or her boss fight. They have to stay down at 18. I get to stay up at 19. Those kind of fights are a little bit extra special, if that makes any sense at all. Also, as you can see there, it only takes, 8 attacks to get 5 different chests, which is kind of nice, that extra chest moving things along a little bit. We'll do one more attack. As you can see, win streak still going. And as soon as I mention win streak, I always lose. So let me know if you've seen a base that, oh, look at this. So this is an extra special one. This base was not designed to stop Bombardiers, so we don't even need to drop any rocket choppers on this side. I'm going to drop this guy over here. We're going to drop here, 1, 2, and then Everspark to the left. And that's what I've found is kind of the balance. You got to figure out where to drop your hero. So Everspark on the left-hand side, because we're probably going to be able to burn through. Oh, nice. They're actually going straight. That is going to be perfect, because our Bombardiers are going to get this engine room. Then they're going to come over here and deal with this. So this is going to work out very, very nicely. I really do like it when these random walks, you can never quite know exactly where they're going to walk, but it looks like my Bombardiers are going to take down this machine gun, and then they're going to walk up to that top boom cannon and should be able to get rid of all of the things. So all I need to do now is keep the critters flowing and keep that boom cannon from taking our Bombardiers, and we should be able to take this base down very, very nicely. So I really do like it when we can take down multiple engine rooms from multiple angles at the same time. That's one of the neat things about warships, is you're not just confined to one beach, and using multiple beaches, I find it is just so incredibly useful. We took down an engine room here and in the middle and at the back at basically the exact same time, so pretty darn cool. And now look, our back troops are getting that back engine room without any flares. So it's all about just spreading your troops out and seeing what you can do as far as getting different angles and using multiple beaches. And that bottom engine room was just a travesty. The fact they had no boom cannons or cannons supporting it just meant that our Bombardiers did not need any heavy rocket choppers. I always call them heavy choppers. That's fairly fair, I think, though. So anyways, I think we're going to end the video at that point, trying to keep it to the 10-minute mark. We've covered a couple different things, whether it be the tech tree or the rocket launchers or dropping on multiple beaches. I'm torn. So at this point, I'll do one more attack. Can't, then we're going to be at 7 out of 8. You know what? Let's just keep going. Worst case, if you guys tune out here, I fully support your decision. Let me know in the comments if you think the video should have ended here or later on. Those are the kind of things that I am just terrible at figuring out. We're going to drop the Bombardiers over here. We're going to drop the rocket heavy choppers. I just can't figure out the name of these darn things. We're going to drop critters back there, hoping to keep our heavy chopper alive just for a minute or two. Now, realistically, by now, I should have upgraded Mr. Kevon, because as you can see here, there's a ton of times where we simply need our Bombardiers to be healed, and if they're not going to be healed, we're going to have a ton of problems. So let me know if you're having any success using Everspark with the Bombardiers, or if you're using Kevon, because Kevon is the better hero in this instance. And using Second Wind, you can draw more heavies, you can get more Bombardiers, and I really do think that that is the right choice here. But we are locked in our ways at this point, simply because I don't have enough tokens, or didn't have enough tokens to get Kevon to a high... You know what? Hopefully we get the tokens right about now, where we can upgrade Kevon and show how useful he can be, because he is just, oh, look at this, brilliant. So that back rocket launcher, as our troops go forward, is sniping off our Bombardiers, which is exactly what I was hoping. I never even checked in on my base, so that just shows exactly the way that I work. Unless I'm losing, I don't ever watch replays, and that's definitely 100% lazy. and I don't recommend it, but it is what it is. And so hopefully you guys are far, far less lazy and actually check in on your base and see what can be tweaked, but I just have not done any of it yet. We're going to clear this rocket launcher, and then we're going to go straight for core. Also need to clear that flamethrower. Otherwise, we're just going to have nothing but problems. Also going to drop our friendly bomb critters to help clear those mines that this person has wisely... Oh no, we're about to get wrecked by that one flamethrower as our troops walk by. But hopefully we can still take this down in a hurry. Wow, we managed to sneak past that flamethrower just by the critters. So we're probably gonna lose. As I said, should have ended the video. Just not good at all. So let me know what I should have done differently there. Oh, 1 second. One measly little second. I think throwing that critter instead of a shock cost me towards the end of that battle. Let's just see if we can get Mr. Kevon up to max. I think he gets fairly pricey about now. Oh, you know what? He doesn't. So Everspark level 4 or level 5 costs so much, and you're not getting anything for it. 1.25 million tokens. I don't think it's worth putting Everspark to level 5. If you have Everspark level 5 and you think I'm wrong, please do let me know. Otherwise, we're going to tag out Miss Everspark. We're going to get Kavan in here, then we're going to call it a day after getting all of the chests. Everspark out, Kavan in. Also, I'm not sure if I should have maxed Kavan or not. Getting level 6 endless or in second wind I think is useful, but we're going to find out very, very soon. We're going to switch back to have 5 of the heavy choppas, and we're going to go 1 over here with 1 bombardier in a second. We're going to go 1 over here, and then we're going to get this and this. Hopefully we can get all of the things. We're going to get... Where do I want to put? Right about here. It's so difficult to figure out where to put Kevon, and you definitely need something nearby to be taking damage. Otherwise, he's just going to run across the map, and you're going to have nothing but screams as you watch your troops die. And I don't... Not watch your troops die, watch Kevon die. So that's my only tip to you when it comes to Kevon, is make sure that something nearby is taking damage, or you're going to be just so incredibly frustrated, because he's going to run directly through the middle of the map, and it's going to suck super bad. So I was really hoping that one of my Bombardiers would walk along that top path to get that back engine room. If Kevon starts running into the middle of nowhere, hit that pink zombie button, hit the second wind button, and you can make him pause for a second or so. And I found that's the easiest and most effective way to keep him from running across the map. Obviously, or dropping him where someone's taking damage, but typically the heavies nearby should be taking enough damage that it's not a big concern. So next up, can we get a critter in that back corner? I don't think we can quite yet, but we're going to give it a shot. Hopefully get some critters clearing that back engine room as we keep dropping shocks onto that machine gun and that flamethrower. Don't know that it's going to do us much good, but we're going to give it a shot nonetheless. Now we're going to flare that back engine room and hope that we can get there. Well, we still have some troops. Oh, we're getting 2 losses in a... Actually, you know what? I think we're going to win this one. Almost got tricked by that timer. We started a little bit late as I changed my troops and babbled on. So anyways, hopefully you guys had a good Easter, Passover, whatever it was. Hope I managed to get away from reality a little bit. No internet connectivity. Quick little win there. Almost up to rank 20. More importantly, we're picking up our chests. Now, if I had more time, I would have left those chests there, because I think I can push into diamond very shortly here, but just no time today. Back to work. And anyways, hopefully you enjoyed that quick Warships update. I will be squirreling away my eggs, getting to 6 engine rooms. I don't know if I'm going to make it to 7 or not. Let's just see how much time we have. Probably not make it to 7 engine rooms, but I definitely will be pushing to get to 6. Should be able to do that today. I will not go to 6 engine rooms until I can make a video for you guys and do it live. I know I upgraded building health and shocks and Troop Health and Bombardiers offline. My apologies for that. Have been using all of my keys and tokens live here with you guys on the internet, but just couldn't help myself and was not going to be able to make a video for 3 or 4 days. So anyways, hope you guys are happy, healthy, and home as I have been signing off to all my videos of late. Anyway, that's it for me on Warships today. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Thanks for coming in. I'm Zedmont.